Hey guys, what's going on? Merc here, and today I'm bringing you round 2 of the Litheo NU tournament. This was against Shadowchu 26, so go ahead and hit him with the follow button. Really cool guy, and he's actually going to be starting a YouTube channel pretty soon as his capture card goes in, which I don't agree with, but I know people are like that, and he has money, so that's fine with me. But anyways, unfortunately I wasn't able to do this one live because, well, I actually did record it live with Morellis Action, but I have the demo, so it just put this fat sticker right in the middle of my screen that said this was recorded with that. And also my voice sounded really terrible, so I decided to just do post-com because I'll still be able, because this way you'll get to hear more insight rather than just my live reaction. So obviously, I felt like I had an outstanding team matchup compared to him, as my Mesprit absolutely destroyed three serious problems, being his Steelix, his Barbarical, and his Dragalogy. So another thing I noticed was this guy has no way of getting rid of hazards. So one of my top priorities was getting a Stealth Rock and getting up as many spikes as I could, because this guy, one, doesn't have a ton of recovery on his team, and two, he doesn't have a spinner or a defogger, so I had to get those up as soon as possible. And obviously you see our teams here. He's got Raichu, Bellossom, Steelix, Uxie, Barbarical, and his Dragalogy. So I decided to lead off with Mesprit because it 1v1s pretty much everything on his team, and that's enough. And let's just hop right into this thing. So, like I said, I'm going to be leading off with my Mesprit because it pairs up really nicely against everything, and I have a good switch in for anything that can do sizable damage to it. So he does lead off with his Dragalogy here, as I do. Yeah, like I said, I lead off with Mesprit, and no person in the right mind would leave a Dragalogy in against a Mesprit, because I could have Zen Headbutt, I could have Psyshock, both of those will kill him, so I knew that he'd go right into his Uxie, so that's going to allow me to get up my rocks for free. So I was kind of worried about what kind of Uxie this is, so I just went straight away into Rotom, because I was fearing Calm Mind set, as he does show the Calm Mind here, as this is a big 50-50. As I'm going to go for the trick here, and I was worried whether or not he was going to predict my trick and go for a Psyshock or Psychic, or he was going to go for another Calm Mind. So I trick him, and he does end up going for the Calm Mind here, which is amazing because that one completely neuters his Uxie, because the point of this thing is to be extremely bulky and have the ability to sweep by just setting up a ton. So I just destroyed this Uxie on turn 3, which is, turn 3. So of course he can't do anything, so he has to switch out, and I had no reason not to go for a Shadow Ball here, as he does take a little Rocks damage and Shadow Ball damage. So this allows me to get more damage on this Dragalogy, which shows it does not have recovery, so I'm kind of guessing that it's going to be either Choice Specs or Assault Vested, and based on the damage, I'm guessing it is Assault Vested at that point, as that Volt Switch was a crit, so he's almost at 50%, as I'm just going to go into my Garbodor, because if it's Assault Vested, it can't really touch me, as Garbodor is bulky, even though I don't run Special Defense, as he does go for that Shadow Ball, which does nothing, and he knows he can't touch me, so he's going to go back into his Azelf, or Uxie, as this gives me a free chance to set up a Spike, which again is so huge against this team. It breaks Sturdy, it breaks any potential sashes, as that Barbarical is always a threat of carrying a sash. So now I don't want to get hit by a Psyshock or a other move, but he does predict my Rotom switch in very nicely as he goes for the Shadow Ball here, and I knew that he might be able to outspeed me because of the Scarf, and I did not want to risk losing my Rotom because it can hit his Steelix pretty hard. So obviously, my best switch in, because he is locked in that, I can just go right into my Bouffalant, because he is locked in Shadow Ball, so I have forced a switch out here. And I thought about going for an SD, but honestly, this Uxie is really annoying, so I just wanted to get a lot of damage off, and going for that Pursuit allows me to get him a lot closer to KO range, as now he's going to bring in his Steelix here, and Steelix is just an absolute tank, and at this point I was thinking he could be packing Roar or hit he could be packing Roar or Dragon Tail, so I did not want to try and set up a Sword Stance right now, as I just go for the Earthquake. That does nothing. He just eats that up, as he shows the Sand Tomb. Yeah, he's got Sand Tomb, so this is not an orthodox set, which is really cool. This guy does have a lot of cool sets, so if he does make a YouTube channel, make sure to check him out. So I'm just going to continue going for Earthquakes, as if he had Toxic, I didn't mind, because I had a Lumberry, and I'd be able to eat that up. But he does go for the Curse here, which means that I will not be able to knock him out with the next Earthquake. And after seeing these first two moves, I knew that he was going to... I absolutely knew that he was going to be packing Rest, so... I still went for the Earthquake here, maybe hoping I could get a crit or some kind of max roll or something, but that's not going to knock him out, and he does get up the Rest like I predicted, as if you watched the live, which I can't put, then you would have seen how I called that. So now, just remember, he has had no turns of sleep yet, so just keep that in mind, as now this is a perfect chance to set up a Sword Stance for me, so I can hit that thing a little bit harder with Earthquakes, as he is fast asleep, which shows he does not have Sleep Talk, which makes sense, because his last slot is most likely Gyro Ball, so he can hit Levitators like Uxie, Mesprit, and Rotom. So here he predicts my Earthquake, which isn't... It's not that hard of a prediction, and I'm okay with that, as he's able to dodge out with his Uxie, but I know Uxie is not very powerful, and Bouffalon has great I do have some HP investment. Bouffalon's just tanky, so I'm able to live that and him with Pursuit, and at +2 that's definitely going to knock him out, so even with the crit that did not matter at all, because, you know, I'm +2 and all. So now my Bouffalon's pretty much dead, as he brings in his Raichu here, so I could have switched out, but I just wanted to stay in and see what kind of Raichu he is, as he does take nice damage from the spikes and Stealth Rock. So he is going to show that he is a physical set with Volt Tackle, so... And he also reveals a Life Orb, which is great for me, because now I know that I can bring in my Garbodor, and with Life Orb plus that Recoil plus my Rocky Helmet, I'm going to be able to knock him out this turn, unless he gets a Para-Hacks on me or something else happens. So he goes for the Volt Tackle. I know I can live that, not very well, but as Volt Tackle is insanely powerful, and unfortunately he does get the Paralysis on me, as he's going to take an insane amount of damage from Rocky Helmet, Recoil, and that Life Orb, as I'm able to go for the Drain Punch right here, breaking through the Paralysis, and that's going to knock out his Raichu and give me a little bit of health back. So now I realized, if I get a he will bring in his Barbaracle here, because this is his best chance to set up Shell Smash and sweep my team. So if I had a Paralysis in these next couple moves, I would lose. I would have gotten clean swept by this thing. So he does go for the Shell Smash here, and I did expect him to be packing the White Herb. So on this turn, this is an extremely vital turn, because I absolutely had to break through Paralysis and land this Clear Smog, because he does show the White Herb, as I do get the Clear Smog off, which is nice. So next time, if he wants to go for that Shell Smash again, as he does, I will be able to get enough damage off with a Drain Punch, thanks to his defense being lowered and not being able to recover from the from my Hariyama to knock it out with a Fake Out plus Bullet Punch. Unfortunately, I break through Paralysis 3 times in a row, and I'm able to get Drain Punch off, which is going to put him in KO range of Fake Out plus BP from my Hariyama. So that is absolutely incredible, as he does have the Pickpocket, so he steals my Rocky Helmet, which is really cool. I like this guy's sets. I mean, obviously my sets are more standard, and they're kind of working in this match, but that's okay. So I'm going to go to my Hariyama here, and I thought about just going for a BP to not take as much damage, but honestly, I have Healing Wish Mesprit in the back, so there's no point not risking going for the Fake Out plus Bullet Punch, because I knew this would kill at -1 defense, as I'm able to knock out this enormous, gigantic, humongous threat of Shell Smash boosted. So now he's going to go into his Dragalge, and since it's Assault Vested, as I figure at this point, he's going to have no speed, and I do speed creep a little bit with Hariyama, so I'm going to slap this thing with a knockoff. Even if he went for a Draco, Draco on this set would not do anything at all to my Hariyama. So now he is down to his last couple Pokemon, I believe 2 more. So he goes into his Steelix, and remember, he only has 1 turn of sleep, so he's going to stay asleep this turn, and because of that, I knew I could knock him out with this close combat plus another one, as he will stay asleep, and I don't know what he would have been able to do if he had woken up on that turn, but as he does show the Rocky Helmet, which, man, Hariyama's just taking a beating from itself, as I'm able to knock him out with this next close combat, and his last Pokemon is Blossom, and there's absolutely no way I should be able to lose this game, because I have Hariyama, I have Healing Wish on my Mesprit with Psyshock, and I have Cryogonal, as well as Rotom, which can all deal good damage. I know that Blossom is a specially defensive Pokemon, so I want to, if worst comes to worst, I want to be able to pass a Healing Wish to my Hariyama, so I can hit it with a Fake Out plus close combat. So at this point, I'm okay with getting sleep, because this thing cannot touch Candy, because Candy has a good amount of bulk as he goes for the Attract. So this was a really funny set, as I'm just going to go for the Psyshock here, and because Blossom has bad physical defense, I'm going to be able to knock it out with the next one, as he shows the Grassy Terrain. So even though he's going to get knocked out by this last Psyshock, I honestly had never seen Grassy Terrain used before, so that was a cool little show-off of a neat little move, as I am able to knock him out there with that Psyshock. So that's a good game. It was a clean 4-0, but that does not mean anything. Just because I 4-0'd this guy and I 5-0'd the last opponent, these are really good battlers. I just managed to, one, I out-teamed them. My teams just had outstanding matchups, and secondly, I was just able to outplay them, which, if we play another game with a different team, these guys could have an excellent chance of beating me. As much as I have a chance to beat them, they can beat me. So just keep in mind, I'm not battling scrubs. These are good players, and I'm just at the advantage because this is my tier. This is my really good team, and I'm really scared of the next round, next couple rounds, because if I advance, I have the chance of playing the admins from Litheo, Green the Scrafty, Brownie Boy TB, as well as 6-Foot Hacks, who those three guys are really scary. But I promised Skyrender that the only way I'm going to be able to play Sky, who's a good friend, is if we both make it to the finals. So I promised him that I'd beat him in the championship games, so I have to hold that promise, and I got to play my ass off. I got to just play with all my heart and all that good stuff, because I would love to win this tournament. That'd be so cool. I haven't won a tournament before of big notice. I mean, Pimp Nights is still going on, but that's not going to happen. But anyways, that's enough rambling, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching this, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And stay tuned for more stuff. I know I won't be able to, I never said that I'll be able to upload every day, because I can't. But tomorrow I should be able to upload my tryout battle for the ground gym against the Astro League. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, I said it before, so Merc out.